need potions? Head over to Angeline's aromatics.
Some are saying the Sijic monks have been seen in Skyrim. They are an ancient order. I had them figured for dead.
Hey! Wanna play tag?
Spiced wine to warm the blood.
Seems there's no end to the needs of the Imperials. But what can I help you with? The finest weapons and armor. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Return anytime you need arms or armor. My forge never rests.
What do you need? Everything all right?
Need a ride? Where do you want to go? Climb and back, and we'll be off. Nice weather for a ride. Hope it lasts.
Yeah, what do you want? If this is about the meadery, we can talk later.
Here for a room or something to drink? No, and I never will. Now get out of my inn. How could you possibly know about... Please, my family means too much to me. Don't hurt them.
Maybe you should head on home.
Very well. Here. Take this back to Brynjolf and tell him he'll have no more trouble from me.
I'll have your head on a pike.
Suit yourself.
You're like me, eh? Don't fancy those clunky two-handed weapons.
Oh no. You're the one from Brynjolf's outfit, aren't you? Oh, there's no need for that. I know why you're here. Tell Brynjolf not to worry about it anymore. Oh, and look, I even have the payment I owed. Here, take it.
What is it?
I used to be an adventurer like you. Then I took an arrow in the knee.
Stay out of trouble, or there's gonna be trouble. Small? Yeah. That jerk works for Maven Blackbriar now. Left me down here watching this garbage heap. I guess he's better at all that talking stuff anyway. I just mess everything up. They call me Dirge because I'm the last thing you hear before they put you in the ground. Why? You think it's funny or something? Oh yeah? I think so too. You're pretty smart. Hey, here. Have one on the house. All right then.
So, job's done and you even brought the gold. Best of all, you did it clean. I like that. Dumping bodies and keeping the guards quiet can be expensive. Well done. And it would seem I owe you something in return. Here you go. I think you'll find these quite useful. Judging from how well you've handled those shopkeepers, I'd say you've done more than simply prove yourself. We need people like you in our outfit. That's the spirit. Larceny's in your blood, the telltale sign of a practiced thief. I think you'll do more than just fit in around here. What's on your mind? We've run into a rough patch lately, but it's nothing to be concerned about. Tell you what, you keep making us coin, and I'll worry about everything else. Fair enough? Now, if there are no more questions, how about following me and I'll show you what we're all about?
After you talk to Brynjolf and Mercer, come back and see me.
I think you better listen to Mercer and Brynjolf first. We can talk later.
Let me show you the operation. Then you can ask your questions. Mercer, this is the one I was talking about. Our new recruit.
This better not be another waste of the Guild's resources, Brynjolf. Before we continue, I want to make one thing perfectly clear. If you play by the rules, you walk away rich. You break the rules and you lose your share. No debates, no discussions. We do what we say, when we say. Do I make myself clear? Good, then I think it's time we put your expertise to the test.
Wait a moment. You're not talking about Goldenpool, are you? Even our little Vex couldn't get in.
You claim this recruit possesses an aptitude for our line of work, so let him prove it. Golden Glow Estate is critically important to one of our largest clients. However, the owner has suddenly decided to take matters into his own hands and shut us out. He needs to be taught a lesson. Brynjolf will provide you with the details.
Mercer, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yes. Since Brynjolf assures me you'll be nothing but a benefit to us, then you're in. Welcome to the Thieves Guild.
Welcome to the family, lad. I'm expecting you to make us a lot of coin, so don't disappoint me. Simple. Do as you're told and keep your blade clean. We can't turn a profit by killing. You should talk with Delvin Mallory and Vex. They know their way around this place, and they'll be able to kick some extra jobs your way. Oh, and talk to Tanelia in the Flagon. She'll set you up with your new armor. Golden Glow Estate is a bee farm. They raise the wretched little things for honey. It's owned by some smart-mouthed wood elf named Arangoth. We need you to teach him a lesson by burning down 3 of the estate's hives and clearing out the safe in the main house. The catch is that you can't burn the whole place to the ground. That important client Mercer mentioned would be furious if you did. The guild depends on an arrangement of influential people to keep things running smoothly. Without them at our backs, we'd be in serious trouble. Maven prefers that Arangoth remains alive, but if he tries to stop you from getting the job done, kill him. The guild has a lot riding on this. Don't make me look foolish by mucking it up. Golden Glow Estate brought in a mountain of gold for the guild. You could almost call it our sweetest deal. Then out of the clear blue, Arangoth stopped sending us our cut. Mercer was, well, angry to put it kindly. So we send in Vex and find out he's hired a bunch of mercenaries to guard the place. Aye. Arangoth sent the city guard packing and fortified the entire island. In fact, Vex barely made it out of there alive. You should talk to her about it before you go. They're built like small fortresses to resist the weather, but their one weakness is flame. Besides, nothing tells the people of Riften we mean business better than a huge column of smoke. I'll give you one good reason. Maven Blackbriar. Burn all the hives, and she'd have to import honey for Blackbriar meadery, which would cut into her profits. We had an arrangement with Maven. We kept an eye on Golden Glow Estate to make sure the honey kept flowing. If the workers had a dispute, we'd rough them up. If competitors tried to buy honey from Arangoth, we'd steal the shipments. In return, Maven allowed us to extort Arangoth and bring in a huge payout. Let me put it to you this way. Nothing happens in Riften without Maven's consent. One word from her, and you could spend the rest of the Fourth Era in prison. You watch yourself on that island. Those mercenaries don't take prisoners.
Look, if I was a little harsh before, I just want you to know it's because you were new. Know what I mean? Look, I don't really know you. I don't even really know anyone here. Why do you care anyway? It's not like we're family. This is a business. Look, you want to know about me? All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you about the time I was a young girl, barely out of her teens, living on a pig farm in the middle of nowhere. Didn't have a coin to spend between our entire family. Ate the same slop we fed our livestock. Oh wait, it gets much better. How about the fact that our farm was attacked by bandits, and that they killed my entire family who didn't even brandish a weapon against them? Here's the best part. They took me as a prize and violated me for a fortnight. Tossed me from bandit to bandit like... It's fine. I had to tell someone, I suppose. Carrying around a weight like that, it hurts after a while. Cuts you inside like a dagger to the heart. Over time, I managed to gain their confidence. Then one night I grabbed a knife, waited until they fell asleep, and cut their throats. I never returned to that pig farm, you know. There's nothing for me there. So that's my sad story. What do you think? Maybe one day. Just not today. Maybe I'll see you around the guild.
Oh, you made it. Good to see you, my friend. I'll never forget how you saved my life from those Talmor maniacs.
Good evening.
This better be important. I'm quite busy. I'd like to know why you're wasting time asking about it when you should already be on your way. I'm watching you.
Back from a job, huh? Hope it went well.
Good evening.
Hey, hey! I want to talk to you. Now. You're pretty tough. I respect that. Bringing in a lot of coin for the guild. Making us look good, too. Let me know if you need anything, okay? I joined up with them maybe 10 years ago. Small clan, maybe 20 men. We'd raid villages, rob caravans. But it was always about the killing for them. Don't get me wrong. The first few years with that clan were some of the best years of my life. All the food I could eat, all the wine I could drink, and all the women I could bed. We raided a caravan one spring. I think it was a few wagons with some farmers moving to a new village. They didn't put up much of a fight. All that was left were the women and the children. Then the leader of our clan, Garthek, he ordered us to kill the rest. No, we usually let them go. I refused to do it, and Garthek ordered the clan to kill me as well. Luckily, I had made some friends with the clan who immediately sided with me. We tore each other to pieces. After it was over, those of us that remained simply went our separate ways. I left his head on a pike at the wreckage of the caravan. Never knew what became of the rest of the clan that survived. I suppose they moved on, just like I did. Always a pleasure.
Need something?
Come here a second. You already know all that I know. The honey they collect on that hunk of rock goes into making Blackbriar mead, just about the best tasting mead in all of Skyrim. I used to live in Valenwood, working at my father's winery. We made the finest wine to ever cross your lips, I promise you. We were doing well. Plenty of coin, a huge mansion, and I was even betrothed to a lovely young woman. Because it was dull. Every day was the same boring routine. Working at the winery, social visits with friends, parties with no one I cared about. I just wanted a little excitement. Something dangerous. I hooked up with a guild in Valenwood. I think they called themselves the Silver Crescents. Spent quite a few years doing jobs for them. Made a lot of coin, but I didn't care. I didn't really need it. I was running with them because it fit. Made me feel alive. Well, after a while, my father caught on to what I was doing. He confronted me one night and gave me a choice. Either leave Valenwood, or he'd have me thrown into jail. Gave me a day to say my goodbyes to everyone. I ended up in Skyrim thanks to a contact I'd made when I was with the Crescents. Good old Delvin. He introduced me to Gallus, and that was it. I've been here ever since. And you know what? Despite what I left behind, I don't regret it one bit. If talking your way out of trouble isn't enough, you could always pick up some training from Delvin, Vex, or Viper. Also, I recommend hitting the training room if you need lockpick practice. Helped me out of a jam more than once. Come find me if you need more marksman training.
So, you're Brynjolf's new protege, eh? Don't look like much to me. I don't know about the others, but I sure am glad to see a fresh face down here. The flagon used to be packed every night with the boys from the guild. But now, look at it. Last few years have been pretty bad. I've almost closed this place up. Now that you mention it, there is. I have a buyer with, shall we say, a very odd taste in literature, looking for some particular books. I'm told they're the ravings of a madman, a wizard named Arundel, and his peculiar cravings. It's said to be spread across 4 volumes, and very hard to come by. My client is offering quite a reward for them, which I'd split with you. Then we have a deal. In his later years, Arundel moved into some ice caves known as Ingvild. He preferred the solitude in which to perform his experiments. Only rumors. He used to have a home in Dawnstar until they burned it down. The people say he was doing unspeakable experiments on reanimation, rituals only a necromancer would perform. After he made for Ingvild, he was never heard from again. Recently, a woman was found, naked and shivering along the road to Dawnstar. The only information the guard could get from her were tales of strange experiments, and Arundel scribbling in his journals. All right, then.
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
Even
you
if
watch
you're one of
yourself
us,
on that
you
island.
better not make
Those
trouble.
mercenaries don't take.
Before we begin, I want to make 2 things perfectly
So,
clear.
you're Brynjolf's new
1,
protege, eh?
I'm the best infiltrator this
look
rat
like
hole of a
much to me.
guild's got. So if you think you're here to replace me, you're dead wrong. And 2, you follow my lead and do exactly as I say. No questions, no excuses. Easy, huh? So, should I just hand you purses of coin, or are you gonna work to earn your keep? Let me give you a small bit of advice. Nothing in this line of work is easy. If it was, every dreg in the Ratway would be robbing Rift and Blind. If something's being handed to you on a silver platter, then there's a catch. Steal the platter instead. You get it? Then we understand each other. Good. Now, it's time to get your feet wet, and I don't want to waste a lot of time talking about anything but business. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you. We're in a bad way down here. Who knows? Old Delvin thinks it's some kind of curse. I think he's crazy. If you want my opinion, I'd say it's just plain old bad luck. You can get out there and start making a name for us again. Make them start fearing us like they did long ago. And while you're at it, make a little bit of coin on the side. Not a bad deal, eh? Yeah, I did. That wood elf's wit. He's a lot smarter than I expected. Can you believe that fetcher had more than tripled the guard? There must have been 8 of them in there. It was like he was daring us to come and get him. Well, there's an old sewer tunnel that dumps into the lake on the northwest side of the island. That's how I slipped in there. Should still be unguarded. I handle the burglary, shell, sweep, and heist jobs. Most of them involve breaking and entering. If you don't like that kind of work, talk to Delvin. He runs the more up-close and personal jobs. Pretty simple. Break into a house, grab a specific item, and get out before they realize what's going on. The catch is you can't kill anyone who lives there, or you forfeit the payment. You ready for some good old-fashioned burglary? Good. Here's what you need to do.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.
Out with it. Time is money. If you're ever in need of some quick coin for items you find on the job, Tanelia is the best fence around. And besides myself, Delvin, Niruin, and Vipper can help you with any sort of training you might need to sharpen your skills. Fine. Next time save me the trouble and pass on it from the beginning. Been a while since I've seen one of those. What you've got there is a stone of Baron Zaya. Not like that, it isn't. The stone was pried off of Baron Zaya's ceremonial crown by a thief in order to cover his tracks. I think there were 24 in all. Most people keep them as a curiosity. Some of the guild members have tried to locate them over the years, but they haven't been successful. Well, until now. Look, I only buy things I can turn around quickly for a profit, and no one wants these stones unless they have the whole set. Tell you what, if you find the rest of them, talk to me again. Otherwise, keep it. Maybe it'll bring you luck. I bet you are. Which one do you want? When a client needs us to eliminate another, we don't operate like the Dark Brotherhood. We find alternate means to get them out of the way. We send you to plant some phony evidence in the Mark's house and then tip off the town guard. The rest takes care of itself. Sound like you can handle it? Fine. I'll just keep all this coin for myself then. I have work if you've got the backbone.
Even if you're one
So,
of us, you better
feeling
not get in
loose?
trouble.
How about you run a job for me? Got plenty. Take your pick. One of the quickest ways to make some coin in Skyrim is to clear out some of the wealthier homes of their valuables. If you're interested, I could point out a good place that could use a little house cleaning. What do you say? Not interested? Fine. Then let me offer to someone with a little more backbone.
So you're the new recruit, huh? Well, looks like you and I are gonna have to get very well acquainted. I'm the fence down here. You come by anything you don't exactly own, and I'll pay you some coin for it. Minus a little slice for the guild, of course. I can also provide a few supplies useful to our trade now and again, for a small fee. Sure, how about I get Dirge to knock you over your head and dump you into the cistern? Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I've seen all types. You can play it tough, or you can play it smart. Whatever. At the end of the day, you'll find that all we care about down here is how much gold you can make us. Good. Then there isn't much more to say. Here's your armor. Just make sure you put it to good use. Well, you could always speak to Delvin or Vex if you're looking for extra work.
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up. Am I right? See, that kind of attitude comes from someone who wants to get rich and stay alive long enough to enjoy it. We're gonna get along nicely. So, if you've got the nerve, I've got plenty of extra jobs to help get the guild back on its feet. Look around you. The flagon, the guild, it's all falling apart. A few decades ago, this place was as busy as the Imperial City. Now, you'll be lucky if you don't trip over a skeever instead. Look, I know the others think I'm a bit daft for saying stuff like this, but I'm gonna give it to you straight. Something out there is piss-drunk mad at us. I don't know who or what it is, but it's beyond just you and me. We've been cursed. I'll tell you what we do. We spit in that curse's face and turn things around down here. Put things back the way they were. That's where you come in. I've got plenty of work available that could guide us down the road to recovery. All you need to do is ask, and we can both come out of this smelling like a rose. I handle the fishing, numbers, and bedlam jobs. The ones with a more personal touch. If breaking's a more your thing, go talk to Vex. Most of the establishments in Skyrim keep their transactions recorded within business ledgers. Your job will be to change the numbers in those books so the shortfalls from our other jobs look legit. Feel like doing a bit of writing? Keep this up and you'll be rich enough to retire before you know it. Good luck.
All eyes are on you, lad.
So, what can I do for you today? Watch yourself out there. The mercenaries are in Goth hire to train killers. Just ask our poor little Vex. Years ago, the guild used to have a foothold in every major city in Skyrim. You wouldn't dare even lift an apple without checking with us. When things started going downhill around here, it became difficult to keep it all together. We lost fences, influential contacts, and coin. It wasn't long before we lost what we depend on to survive. Respect. By doing these extra jobs and putting some fear into the people, we can take back the cities and start being taken seriously once again. Thanks to Maven Blackbriar, we still have some pull in Riften, but get arrested in Whiterun and you'll be tossed right into the prisons. If we gain the confidence of someone very influential who lives there by doing a unique job for them, we'll be able to have some leverage there too. The only way we get that special job is by doing smaller ones in those cities until we catch their ear. Then they'll contact me and we're off. Stick with me and they'll never even know you're there.
Buying and selling fine jewelry here.
My husband, Bercy, will be the death of me. He spends too much time worrying about Riften and not enough about himself.
Well met, friend. How can I help you? Safe travels.
Jewelry, legendary Argonian craftsmanship.
If you've got the coin, you've come to the right place. Pull up a seat. Oh, it's you again. What in blazes do you want? Sure thing. It's yours for a day. I'll show you to your room. Right this way. Let me know if there's anything else you need.
kind of busy, but if you need any potions or ingredients, let me know. You saved us all. We will sing of you forever. Take a look. Yes, yes, goodbye.
Hello, friend.
Good to see you.
Where did you put it, woman?
What is it now, dear?
Oh, don't you dear me. I had a bowl of vampire dust on my work table not an hour ago, and after you swept in there, it's gone.
Oh, my. Eldrum, it's on
It's a
the
fine
shelf
day
to
with
the
you
right of the
around.
table, as always.
Farewell.
Well, just be careful around my things. You here for lessons like Ingen? Or did you wish to buy something?
Legendary Argonian craftsmanship. Get them before they're gone.
So, what can I do for you today?
Jobs on my own, but I'm not sure if that will cover our expenses.
Be careful out there.
So, you're Brynjolf's protege.
My other ones now.
Don't look like much
What the
to
hell
me.
is Mercer gonna do about this mess? Have you even talked to him?
Mercer is being Mercer. If he has a plan to get us out of this rut, then he isn't sharing it with me.
Something troubling you? Oh, listen. I can pat you on the back all day, but coin's coin, right? Great. What do you want to do? There are all sorts of people wandering around carrying their valuables on their person, just waiting for someone like you to pick their pocket. So, you in for a little fishing? Too bad. Looks like I need to find someone else to take care of business. Still have quite a good bit of jobs available, if you're looking for some extra coin.
Why can't you just settle
All
down
eyes are on
and
you,
run the
lad.
flagon with me?
I don't want to settle. I like things the way they are.
Come on, Tom. Marry me. Let me take care of you.
I can take care of myself.
I have work if you've got the backbone. Good. We could use the coin. Every now and again, we like to remind the shopkeepers that we're in charge. If that means breaking into their strong boxes and stealing something valuable from them, then so be it. Feel like doing a bit of shopping? The guild way? Keep turning down jobs like this, and the guild will begin to lose respect for you. Good. We could use the coin. As long as you can keep things quiet and don't get yourself killed in the process, this place has exactly what we're looking for. You in? Good. Just remember the order. Do job first, get drunk second. Now take this and go.
All eyes are on you, lad. Don't disappoint us.
Hey, let's talk a second. You're making waves around here. I like that. If you ever want to talk about anything, you let me know. I wouldn't bother smacking at those hives with a weapon. Set them on fire, and they'll go up like kindling. It was on a job a few years back. It was supposed to be a simple burglary on a house in Windhelm. I was working with Vex, and we got inside with no trouble. We found the loot and made our way out. Well, it was, up until the point where we set foot outside. The house was surrounded by town guard. The client had ratted us out. Vex just tells me to run, so I did. Half of them went after me, the other half went after her. Are you kidding me? Vex lost them in seconds. Once she steps into the shadows, she vanishes. Me? I ran, and I ran, straight through the gates of Windhelm, and all the way back to Riften. Vex was waiting for me at the flagon when I came in, drenched in sweat. Everyone just took a look at me and laughed. Well, I'd forgotten we had our horses tied up just outside of Windhelm. Vex rode hers back and arrived hours before I did. So, that's how I earned the name. Now keep it to yourself. Need any more pickpocket training? You just let me know.
So drop it already. Interest you in some marksman training?
I hope this deal goes through. You're putting quite a bit of coin on the line, and the last two you set up fell through.
I don't understand it either. They were a sure thing, I swear.
You just better hope this one isn't another waste of my coin.
Can I do anything for you? Or more to the point?
Vipper, the Fleet. The only man who's foolish enough to name himself after his bedroom planks.
Stupid cow. You don't know what you're missing.
No, but I know that you're going to turn up missing if you keep up this kind of talk.
You in some marksmanship. Good evening.
Warning. Back off.
That's close enough.
What was that?
Thought I heard something.
It's nothing!
Look at the size of that fort. They must have room for a few more in there.
I won't beg for protection, but I'm not even sure that would work with this Israel.
It looks like this is as close as we're going to get being safe from the vampires.
Hope you're getting along with Isran. He takes some getting used to. While I doubt we'll ever be truly rid of vampires in Skyrim, you've certainly made it a much safer place for now. I like what Isran has done with the place.
Well, I'm
It's
not
good to
sure.
see someone else who's
I guess
really
you were afraid
prepared.
of thinking he was. And then, realizing a troll with armor is even more intimidating.
You're already as good as I am. There's nothing you can learn from me. I want to add some punch to our crossbow capabilities. I've done all I can on my own. I need a little inspiration. I've always been fascinated with Dwemer artifacts. I take them apart, poke around in their guts, and try to figure things out, with mixed results. But as luck would have it, I've tracked down the location of some actual Dwemer diagram drawings. So, if you'd be a dear and collect those plans for me? Farewell.
Good to see you
Can
again.
you imagine it? A world without a sun. We would all have been doomed, vampires and men alike. Once again, the Elder Scrolls have proven their value. Of course they did. I never doubted for a moment. If I may ask, what will you do with them now? I did, in fact. Quite perceptive of you. I'd very much like to have those scrolls. Someday I may be able to return them to their rightful place in the Imperial City. How would you feel about turning them over to me? Thank you. You are too kind. This has certainly been quite the adventure, hasn't it?
I knew you had it in you. Arkay wasn't so sure. Between you and me, I think he didn't expect you to make it. But not me. I knew it all along. I once killed 30 vampires with my bare hands, you know. Ask Arkay, he'll tell you. Well done. I said you'd return victorious. Arkay wasn't so sure. Wield it bravely. Oh, well, some things, I suppose. Remedies, cures, a poison or two. We'll speak again soon.
Good to see you.
There you are. I'm back. Here I am, human as ever. It's like the world is alive again, just like me. Oh, what is it? Another adventure. Just you and me against the world now. Anything good? Let's go.